Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Sharon's Nail Boutique. If you're new here and have not yet subscribed, please don't forget to do so, and definitely hit that notification bell so you could be reminded every time I upload. That's the set I did in this video, and I have sped it up to twice the speed. It's not too much faster than my normal speed. But I did want to get all the footage in here for you guys, so I did speed it up some. So I'm just going through all 10 nails after I've gone in with my OPI Band-Aid and my No Lift Nails Acid Base Primer, and I do my thin clear base of my Mia Secret Clear, and then I'll be going in with my Radiant Red from Super Nail on 3 of the nails. I do have, because I'm going to be ombreing them, so I do that on 3 out of the 5 on each hand, I believe. And I use my Cover Pink to do the ombre, and then I do a marble nail and a glitter nail, I believe. I don't remember 100%, but I believe it's marble with ombre and glitter for the most part. So I start off, like I said, with my Super Nail Radiant Red, and I start off at the bottom here near the free edge, and I work my way down, and then I'll reverse my brush and flip it backwards and start blending that, upwards near the cuticle, so I don't have that harsh jump of a line when I go to blend my Cover Pink, you know what I mean, guys? So I just make sure all my sides and everything are tucked and they're nice and neat and everything is even on both sides. If you could imagine a vertical line down the center of your nail going tall ways, right? You split that nail imaginary in half, basically. You want both sides of that nail to mirror each other on both sides. They need to be even on both sides, whatever that may be. If it's too thick, don't worry too much. You can file it down. But obviously, you want to get to the point where you don't have to do a lot of filing. You'd like to get to the point where you could literally go in with your hand file a little bit and you're done. Obviously, that's the point I'd like to get to. I'm almost there, but I'm not quite there yet. I am happy to say that sometimes I don't even have to use my machine, but for the most part, I just like to use it so I can make sure I'm getting nice and flush and there's no question on if it's flush or not, or thin enough, or you know what I mean? So you want to be mindful of how you're laying your acrylic, how thick it is, because I go in to cap these nails and I don't want to cap over something that's too thick already, obviously. So you just want to make sure that, yeah, your color is opaque and you have enough coverage, but don't do it too much to where it is totally bulking up the nail and you just have too much. This red is so pretty. I can't tell you how gorgeous this color is. It reminds me a lot of the color Vamp from CJP. Sorry for being out of shot during some of this. It's not a lot, but hang on one second, guys. So I'm moving on. After I will finish this from blending the red, I will just make sure that that joint area is kind of blended upwards mostly, so that when I come back in with my Cover Pink, I don't have a lot of blending that I have to do. So I go in on this hand, same idea here, ombre on the pinky, ombre on the middle, and then ombre on the thumb, I believe. I'm pretty sure she did it the same on both hands. Just, oh my god, this red is so freaking pretty. Let me know what you ladies and gentlemen think about this red. It is so, like, it reminds me of apple, but it's like a cherry red. It's just really, really pretty. It reminds me a lot of Vamp from CJP, like I said. And then there's another one by CJP. I think it's, is it red apple or? I think it might be. I think it might be red apple, the other red, but it's really pretty either way. Both of their reds are really, really pretty. And this red here is more of a red. But there's a wide variation of reds. So, okay, so I go in on one of the nails with glitter, and I do dot, I think I do a full nail of the red glitter. And then I use some, I think red holographic, or it's just the, yeah, I just go in with the multi-cut red metallic glitter, I believe. And it has like, it's hard to explain, but there's like some shift in the color there. I can't really tell exactly what color it is, but it's really, really nice. And so I think I'm just figuring out at this moment in the video like what nail I'm actually gonna go in on with the glitter. So I go in on the middle finger doing my ombre and just finish up doing my ombres first, and then I'll go in and do my glitter nails, and then I do my marble nails. I'm not sure which, if I do the marble first or if I do the glitter first. I think I might do the glitter first, because I think I go in on some of the marble with like some sporadic kind of glitter placed in some areas. So I always thought that marbles look so pretty with like dotted glitter kind of throughout, just sporadically. But to each his own, not everybody likes it. Some people like their marbles just, you know, plain. Others like it with glitter. I like trying new things, so I'm always gonna try like up the ante, you know, like push the envelope. So I guess we go in on the pointer instead of the thumb with the ombre. So on the other hand, it was the thumb, the middle, the pinky. And on this hand, it's the pointer, the middle, and the pinky. So I guess on the thumb, we're gonna do the glitter. And then on the ring, maybe the marble. I'm not exactly sure. I don't remember. I'm sorry, guys. But when we get to that moment, obviously, I could explain it a little bit better. Let me know what you guys think of like the videos being sped up. If you prefer it to be in real time, if you like it this way, if it doesn't bother you. I mean, either way, just let me know in the comments. You know, because I want you guys to enjoy these videos. It's not about me. So at the end of the day, it's about what you guys like and what you enjoy watching. So if they're fine, then they're fine. If you prefer to see something different or just a little mixed up a little bit, you know, let me know in the comments. Always let me know how you're feeling about my content, because, you know, this is for you guys, and I want to continue to grow the channel and grow the subby base, and you guys are making it all possible for me. So thank you for your continued support, and I really care about you guys a lot, and it means a lot to me to have all you guys in my life, and your support and your comments and your really supportive comments all the time. So thank you for that. So I go in here, okay, yeah, so I do go in here with my red extra fine holographic glitter. So I will use that as my base color, and then I'll dot over it with the multi-mix red metallic, and that's more in like a garnet red. The red I use on the base is a cherry holographic red from Recollections, and I just got that at Michael's. It's beautiful glitter. You can use it for any kind of nails. It doesn't bleed, and you know, red is usually one of them colors that you have issues with, but I didn't have any issues with bleeding with this. It worked really good. And now I'm just going in with that garnet red metallic multi-mix that I made myself, and I just love it. I think it came out really dope. It looked really, really nice. I'm just making sure that my cuticle is flush. I have changed up my acrylic application process again, and I think I pretty much have mastered it at this point. I got it to the point where I want it. I got my cuticle where I need it. I got my sidewalls where I need them. And I finally am learning how to hold my brush properly, use my liquid properly, get the correct ratio properly, and I've been doing nails since 2015. So to any of you ladies that are kind of new in this and aren't sure if you should continue, do not give up, because it takes time to learn acrylic. Like I said, I started in 2015 or 2014, and I'm still learning, and I'm just now getting it finally down packed. So it took me many years to perfect my application process, and it's not something that happens overnight, for sure. So it's going to be a lot of trial and error, a lot of customers that come and don't come back, and then new ones, and then ones that don't stay, ones that say they'll stay and don't, ones that say that they're only going to come once and end up being your most loyal customer. So it just varies person to person, and you just got to keep all that in mind, and don't let that discourage you, because if you let people like that ruin it for you, it's just going to drain all the love from the craft, and you're not going to want to do it anymore. And definitely do not let people like that win, because this is an art, and if it helps you, it's therapeutic. So you definitely don't want to give it up, because it's helpful in so many ways, not to just other people, but to yourself as well. It really gives you that opportunity to express yourself through your art and just kind of get any kind of frustration or pent up anger out, you know? And I always believe that art is very, very useful and helpful when it comes to venting or letting out your frustration. So as you can see here, I'm laying my Mia Secret Cover Pink, and this has a slight shimmer to it. I really like it. I love it for doing ombres. It's perfect for ombres. So as you can see, since I changed up my acrylic application again, my cuticle is flush all the time now. Like, it's unbelievable. It's like, I thought I was getting it perfect before, but now I'm like, okay, this is where it's at. This is what I need to do. Now I'm not going to change it anymore, because it's perfect. Now I know what I need to do now. I don't need to do nothing else. So just stick to this. As you can see, that nail is basically done. I just needed to put a little bit more right there, and that was it. And then I'll come back in and I'll cap. And I move to the middle finger and I take a bead of my Cover Pink again. I push up, pull my sides down, and then pull the center down side by side. You get to the middle eventually, and you just keep pulling your sides down and in, pulling them in to tuck them, and you just keep doing that until you get that blend that you want. I needed to add a little more because the sides in particular were not blended enough. So take one more bead and I just blend that a little bit more. And if I see that like I need to put a little bit more in a certain spot, I'll take a tiny bit and do it. I think I take a tiny bit and put it like on that side there, because it was missing some of the blend on that side wall. And when I feel like the blend is good enough, I'll move on, and that would be the pointer finger at this point. Oh, I just love that red so much. These nails came out so pretty. And she already cracked one of the nails. I'm like, girl, what did you do? But she's young though too. Like, her nail beds are short. So I did advise her before the service. Obviously, you don't want to do more than double the nail bed, because technically, if it's longer than double the nail bed size, your nail, you can't expect the nail to hold that up, and it's definitely going to be prone to breakage, because the nail really shouldn't be any longer than double the length of the nail bed, because it can't hold up the weight of a nail that's longer than double the size. It's not meant for that. So if someone does break a nail, it's because of that, mainly because the length is a big factor. If there's too much weight on your nail bed, it's not going to hold up in strength. It doesn't matter how thick the nail is. So I made sure she was aware of that, and she did know. She still wanted to go forward with the length, so that was fine. But not even a full 24 hours later, and she cracked one of her nails. But I did tell her that would happen, so she understood that. So as long as, you know, my clients understand fully what could happen and what the risks are, then, you know, I do as they want. So, you know, what the customer wants, the customer gets. As you can see, I pulled on my side walls first, and then I pull the center down, because it'll just like even itself out. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like folding in the halves on the paper and then folding the top down. It's similar to that. Just so you're getting, you know, everything nice and even and flush at that cuticle, because that's like the most important part. If you have acrylic on the skin or liquid on the skin, you know, especially acrylic. If you get acrylic on the skin, especially at the cuticle area, you're going to get lifting. That's why I had to really go around that cuticle area, make sure that it wasn't touching or anything, because these nails came out so pretty. I didn't want anything to happen wrong with any lifting or anything like that. So as long as my end is good and I let my clients know what the risks and rewards are and they decide to go through with everything still, that's on them. There's only so much that I can do as their nail tech. You know what I mean? So don't beat yourselves up if you're having issues with lifting or anything like that. It just means that some people are more sensitive to certain products, others aren't. And you just, you know, you need to find what works for most of your clients. Not all, but most. Because you're going to get some clients that nothing is ever good for them. You know, nothing ever works. I had a client like that where she was always saying her nails kept popping off and she was the only person complaining about it. Come to find out, she was doing that just so she could get free nails out of me, because once upon a time, I would tell my clients if they popped off before a certain amount of time, I would redo them for free. Well, she kept taking advantage of that, and it's crazy because all my other clients had no issues with lifting. None of them. And this girl, every time she would come to my house, she would be asking me for food, or she'd be asking me for liquor or alcohol, or for me to buy her stuff all the time. And I just realized, okay, this girl is just trying to get free sets out of me, because not only did I redo her whole entire set one time for free, but then I fixed a few nails for free again after that. And I realized, okay, it doesn't matter what glue I'm using, this girl is lying. It got to the point where I actually went out and bought different products because she made me think that it was my stuff. And come to find out, it wasn't. It was her. So just don't let stuff like that discourage you guys, because you're always going to come into contact with people that are looking for freebies or supposedly aren't satisfied with their service because they didn't get exactly, you know, but these are things that we explain to people when they sit in the chair. So when they act all dumb like that at the end of the service, no, I'm sorry, honey, but you won't be coming back in this chair, because we don't deal with customers like that. If you're looking for a freebie or a handout, I'm already doing my nails cheap. So the fact that you're getting Swarovskis and colored acrylic and chromes and all that included for $35, that's a big discount, because nails like these in this video go for about $100 at the nail salons. Yeah, and I'm charging $35 for everything. Everything comes included. And the reason I do that is because I don't have to work. I love doing nails. That's why I charge what I charge, because I don't do it for the money per se. Obviously the money's nice. I take whatever I make and I save. But I love doing nails, and that's why I got into it, because I had a bad experience. And when I got good enough to the point where I felt comfortable doing other people's nails, I did. But I didn't always make money from doing nails. So it hasn't always been like this for me. But I'm just encapsulating these nails at this point. You'll know when your glitter nails are covered, because the glitter won't be shiny anymore at that point. It'll look matte, like you need to shine it. So once that is like that, then you know your glitter is completely covered. As you can see how I'm, you know, capping the nail, making sure my cuticle area is nice and thin. And when I come around that cuticle area filing, I'm not going to have a hard time. I'm not going to cut into my glitter. Just making sure that everything's covered. And once you're done with that, you can move on to your next nail. And you know, with the ombre nails, you don't have to do too much encapsulating, because you get your strength from your core powders anyways. I just like to do it because it gives me that extra buffer. Like if I do cut into the color by accident, I'm not cutting actually into the color, I'm cutting into the clear. So if I make a mistake and I file too much, I still got like that safety layer in place. Like I got my clear on top of this, so it's not going to cut into the blend or anything like that. And don't be hard on yourself if your blend doesn't come out 100% perfect every single time, because you could always like disguise little things like that with like a S swoop of glitter, or like a decal, or a nail sticker, or even chrome. Like, say you make a mistake with your ombre blend and you want to do a chrome, like you could do that too. So I'll just finish encapsulating all 10 nails, and that's where I'll leave off on the video. I didn't leave any filing in this one. So if you guys prefer to watch filing in with the videos, just let me know in the comments below. I'll also leave a list of all my products that I used in this video, just in case you guys are interested in picking any of these products up for yourselves. I'm sure you can find them online or at any Sally's. I actually picked up this Radiant Red Super Nail Acrylic when Sally's was having the red tag sales. I found a bunch of the colors, well, not a bunch, but a few of the colors from Super Nail, and they were like 29 cents or 49 cents, something like that. And I'm like, this is a no-brainer. Obviously, you're getting 20-something grams of acrylic for 49 cents, and it's name brand. Yeah, I think I'm going to pick it up. Even if it, say, doesn't work the greatest. Like the orange one, Outrageous Orange, that one's extremely pigmented, so you constantly get like the granulates of the pigment, and they're not ground up that great in that color, so you're always getting like a lot of those in the outrageous orange color. But this red is to die for. This red is amazing. Like, you don't get any of those little pigment dots, nothing, no streaking, no marbling, nothing. This color is just extraordinary. Like, for Super Nail, because I know Super Nail is on the cheaper end, but for being on like the cheaper end of things, this color is amazing. It just is really smooth. It goes on like butter. It's one of the best reds I've ever used. And I've used a lot of acrylics over the last few years, so this red is definitely a must-have. Like, if you want a good red in your collection, I would highly, highly recommend Super Nail's Radiant Red. If you could find it at Sally's, then that's great. If not, I would suggest going online on eBay, or just go to Google and type in Super Nail Acrylics. I think you could get them on their website too at all times. So yeah, let me just leave you guys off here, and I will encapsulate this glitter nail. And I usually always start off at that cuticle area, just making sure that that's flush, pushing upward on a diagonal, like a 45-degree angle, making sure that that cuticle area is nice and tucked and neat. And then I'll pull down my sidewalls first, and then start pulling down the center over those tucked sidewalls, so you have that perfect shape every single time. I'm going to do a video too where I'm breaking down step by step by step, so I can show some of you newer ladies exactly how you want to lay your acrylic bead and get it tucked around those sidewalls and cuticle area. So until my next one, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for returning and watching another video on Sharon's Nail Boutique. Bye, guys.